Welcome to Mishna study Masachet Sheviit, Perek Chet Mishnah Dalet. Over here in this Mishnah, we're going to discuss if a person goes ahead and tells his employee to go buy him Sheviit fruits, or we'll see later on he goes to purchase something from a bakery, right? So one is, how do you do so? And what's the status of this money now that you use to go ahead and purchase these fruits? So Omer Lapoed, someone tells his employee, right? Here's this isar, right? We know an isar is a quarter of a ma'ah, right? Currency that they would use. And go ahead and pick for me this vegetable today. Secharo mutar, right? His sachar, again, the money that he got paid for this is allowed. Go ahead and pick for me with this money, right? Specific over here, with this money, go ahead and pick for me a vegetable today. Then the sachar is asur, right? That money, that wage that he was getting for it is asur. Now the question is, what's mutar and what's asur over here? Because it should all be allowed, right? That money that he's getting to go ahead and pick a vegetable, even, you're allowed to buy even Sheviit vegetables. You want to eat it, you're allowed to go ahead and purchase it. So what is this mutar and asur? Rambam explains mutar and asur over here is whether or not this money takes upon the kiddusha of Sheviit or not, right? Does this money now become kadosh, sanctified with the laws of Sheviit, right? Where you need to get rid of it after Sheviit, or purchase other fruits and eat it at the time, as we'll see later on, right? So the first case where he tells him, go ahead and pick for me a vegetable, that sachar is allowed, meaning it's not kadosh with kiddushat Sheviit. But if he says, use this money to go ahead and purchase and pick or purchase a vegetable for me, that money takes upon the laws, the kiddusha of Sheviit. Now, let's say he says, right? Let's say he goes ahead and he purchases from the baker a loaf of bread, right, with the value of a pundion. Pundion, remember, is half a ma'ah. We had this before. And he says, and you know what? He took the value of a loaf of bread that was worth a pundion, and he tells the baker, you know what? When I go ahead and get my vegetables and I gather my vegetables from the field, I'm going to bring it to you. That's mutar. He's trading, he's bartering, right? He traded, right? That's the way Rambam explains, by the way. He's trading a loaf of bread for vegetables, right? And therefore, again, that loaf of bread, according to Rambam, will take upon the laws of kiddushat of the Sheviit, and he is allowed to do so because it's a clean trade. You're allowed to trade with fruits of Sheviit. Let's say he went ahead and the baker gave him this loaf of bread. He gave it to him. Now he wants to go ahead and pay the baker back. Then he's not allowed to pay with Sheviit money or Sheviit value. Because we know you're not allowed to go ahead and pay back a loan, pay back a debt with Sheviit money, right? So if he's trading, if he's bartering, that's okay. But once he has the loaf in his hand, he has the bread, and now he needs to go ahead and pay back the baker, he's not allowed to go ahead and use Demesh Sheviit, because again, like we said, you're not allowed to pay back a debt with Sheviit.